Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'm going to apply the limit laws which we have seen in the previous video. Okay, so for this one here, we have this function, and we can start off by separating them accordingly. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So limit x approaches 5 for that function above, 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. This can be written as limit x approaches 5, 2x squared minus limit x approaches 5, 3x plus limit x approaches 5, 4. Now basically this is by applying rule number 1 and rule number 2. Okay, so rule number 1 and rule number 2 is this one here, which involves addition process and subtraction process. Right, next, based on this, we are going to take out the constant. So 2 is a constant, so we can put it outside. Okay, so 2 limit x approaches 5 x squared minus 3 is a constant, limit x approaches 5x, plus this one here is a constant. So if you want to find the limiting value of a constant, it's going to be a constant itself, so this is equal to 4. Now this is rule number 8. Okay, next, what we can do is going to simplify that to be 2 limit x approaches 5x, going to square it. So this is based on the rule given here, which is rule number 6. Okay, so you can consider having exponent outside that function. And next, minus 3. Now here is a simple function which is x, and the answer is going to be equal to 5. How do I know the answer is going to be equal to 5? This is based on rule number 7. Okay, this is based on rule number 7. Next, plus 4. So here again, based on rule number 7, this one is going to be equal to 5. So this one is 2 times 5 squared, now minus 15 plus 4, and this is equal to 2 times 25 is going to be 50 minus 11, and so the answer is going to be equal to 39. Okay, so those are implementing the limit laws step by step. Now the same example which I have already shown here can be actually be done in a simple manner if you consider a direct substitution. Okay, so I'm just going to show this example again, but I'm going to apply a direct substitution, which of course is comes from the idea of these limit laws demonstrated here. Okay, so I'm just going to skip some of the steps and we're just going to apply direct substitution. Alright, so limit x approaches 5, 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 is going to be equal to, by applying direct substitution, I'm just going to apply 5. I'm going to substitute 5 into this function here, so it's going to look like this. 2 5 squared minus 3 times 5 plus 4, and this is going to be 25 minus 15 plus 4, and the result here is going to be equal to 39. Okay, right, now let's look at question B, where I'm just going to skip some of the steps which are shown in detail here. Okay, I'm just going to consider only important steps. Alright, so let's do question B. So what we have here is we want to find the limiting value of this function when x approaches negative 2. So we have here x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1 over 5 minus 3x. And according to the rule related to the division process, what we can do is we can consider them separately. Limit x approaches -2. Here we have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1 over limit x approaches -2. And here we have 5 minus 3x. So now I'm just going to consider the numerator first. So for numerator, when x approaches -2, for that function, what we have here is we can write down the process can be further considered as limit x approaches -2, x cubed plus 2 limit x approaches -2, x squared minus the limit of a constant is going to be constant, so I'm just going to write down the answer as -1. So next I can just substitute -2 inside here, so that will be -2 to the power of 3 plus 2. Again substitute -2 inside here, -2 squared minus 1, and this is equal to -8. This one, when you square it, you will get a positive value, so this is going to be equal to 4. 4 times 2 is going to be equal to 8 minus 1. So the answer is for numerator is going to be -1. Okay, so for denominator, so now for denominator, the limit of that function when x approaches -2, so this function here is 5 minus 3x, and this is equal to having limit x approaches -2 for 5 minus limit x approaches -2 for 3x, and this is equal to 5 minus this one. You can substitute directly, so this is equal to 3 times -2, so 3 times -2 is -6, so here we have -6, and the answer for this one is going to be equals to 11. So therefore, back to our question here, so therefore the answer here is going to be -1 over 11. Alright, I think that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching.